It is May. You're supposed to be calm, Anthony Castrovince. You were anything but. Good morning to you. Not the start Marcus Semien would want, especially when he's trying to endear himself to his new team. It's still early. You're not freaking out, are you?
I'm freaking out a little bit. I'm going to put the freak out factor at Marcus Semien's slow start at 7 out of 10. 7 is how many RBIs he has so far. 7 is how many years are on that contract. 7 years, $175 million. And look, the Rangers, despite spending $1 bajillion in the offseason, are just not very good yet. They're not supposed to be very good yet. What you want is for Marcus Semien to still be very good when they are very good. But he's off to a slow start. Maybe he's pressing. But I'm a little concerned about this. 5th worst OPS of any qualifier, 9th worst batting average of any qualifier, hard hit percentage, notably in just the 5th percentile, and defensively 18th percentile and outs above average. Why I'm a little concerned about this is a 31-year-old middle infielder to a long-term contract is a gamble. And you look at his history in recent seasons, some very good seasons with the A's and then the Blue Jays. You take last year, for instance, he had a .538 slugging percentage. His expected slugging percentage, based on his quality of contact, was .455. So is this kind of a reversion to the mean a little bit for Marcus Semien? It's still way too early to totally freak out, but it's something to watch for sure.
Some very good seasons where he bet on himself. You give one of the studs of our game a 7, but a team that's only won 3 games a 2 on the scale. No freak out about the Reds, huh?
Yeah, a 2 out of 10 for the Reds, who are 3-19, and 2 is the number of teams who have finished a full season with a worse winning percentage than the Reds have right now. Just 2 teams in Major League history. That's the 1884 Wilmington Quick Steps. They went 2-16 as a replacement team in the Union Association, and our beloved 1899 Cleveland Spiders. So, look, the Reds are bad. I don't think they're this bad. I don't think they're going to be historically bad. And actually, 2 is also the number of, out of the last 5 teams to have this kind of start, to lose at least 18 of their first 21. Only 2 out of the last 5 have actually finished with 100 losses or more. So the Reds have plenty of time to turn around. They showed that themselves in 2018. I'm not saying they're going to be a good team. I'm saying they're probably more like a 90 to 100 loss team as opposed to their current rate, which is 140 losses, Lauren. I don't see that happening. They've been really banged up. And it's also easy to say, hey, they traded everybody away, they let everybody go. No wonder they're so lousy. But you look at it, and Wade Miley hasn't pitched for the Cubs. Sonny Gray is on the shelf for the Twins. Jesse Winker hasn't hit for the Mariners. So, maybe the Reds were going to be this bad even if they kept their guys. Who knows?
A starter ERA over 8. Man, we're doom and gloom today, aren't we? Not to pile on the NL Central. Here we are. You're freaking out about the Pirates rotation. Tell me why, Anthony.
Well, the Pirates rotation has yet to notch a victory. They've gone 22 games into their season without notching a win. And yes, that is a record breaking the 1988 Orioles, who of course famously started 0-21. I'm going to put this at a 10 out of 10 on the freakout factor scale. That's how many losses their starters have racked up. But this is really less about the Pirates and more about the state of the game in general. The Pirates are actually playing a little better than expected. They're 9-13, despite not getting a win from their starters. But it just goes to show, we're not getting much length in general from starters. We're not even putting starters in position to qualify for the win, to get those 5 innings. So you look at last season, the sheer number of victories by starting pitchers was just 1,346. That was the lowest total in a full season since 1968, when there were 10 fewer teams. So we're probably going to break that mark, this year here in 2022, given the later start to spring training, the shortened spring, and guys' workloads not being as stretched out. But the Pirates are a great example of just where the game is headed. Brian Kenny has famously tried to kill the win. It's kind of happening organically, and the Pirates are contributing to that.
But we need to lighten it up, Anthony. I was told I was being a little prissy when I saw this iguana, lizard, whatever, jump at the camera. Because I lived in Florida, and they're everywhere. Freak out factor.
Yeah, I mean, that's a 12.4. That's actually Jesus, the Lizard King Lizardo's strikeout per 9 rate. So maybe there's some synchronicity going on there with the Lizard King and this lizard, and Lizardo is pitching well. But I'm totally out on lizards at the ballpark.
Same.
We actually had a snake at the ballpark in Florida in spring training in Winter Haven, Florida, many years ago. And that's just as bad.
And palmetto
totally
bugs
out.
in Florida, roaches that fly.
Right.
Get to know me. No, thank you, Anthony Castrovince. You're the best. Thanks so much.